Watch this plain page turn into a story-filled layout with just a few stamps, layers, and a little creative mess. Today, I'm creating for the May Scrap Sketch Challenge, Day 6, and stamping it is taking center stage. This is the quick look at the layout, and you saw the sketch that we're using today. So hi everybody, and we're playing along. So we're getting straight into it with the stamping, and I am going to stamp the border. Now, Lisa from Scrapper Sketch has created some amazing sketches for our May challenge this month, of course, tying in with International Scrapbooking Day. And there are great prizes to be had, as well as some fantastic discounts, which you'll need to wait to right to the very end of the video, where I'll give you a special discount code just for May. So make sure you hang around, check out the whole process, and wait for that discount, because you do not want to miss out. All right, so as I said, today I'm day 6, and the challenge is to follow that sketch that we saw at the very beginning, and we have to put some stamping on our layout. So I am going to, as you can see here, do some faux stitching with my stamp here, and I'm just going to put that as my border around the layout, and we're using our stamps. That's what it asked for, stamping on the layout. So I don't mind that I have the gap in between. It looks like I've intentionally done that with the sewing machine, which is pretty creative, even if I do say so myself, so that it creates that image of a continuous stitching around the page. And I do love this stamp. It's a great zigzag. I do like a good zigzag stitch, and it's really hemming my border into place. So Lisa does some amazing sketches, and there are fantastic ones this month to play along with. So www.scrapsketch.com, for a small fee you can get premium sketches and printables and books and stencils and inspiration that is not in the group, but there's also the Facebook group that you can go and check out, and this is where all the challenges are happening this month. The next part of stamping that I'm going to add in, I've got this messy stripy type thing here, and I am just stamping this in. Now, this is just the base of my layering, so I'm putting the stamps where I'm going to add colour in a little while, and you're going to see that take place as we move forward. So I'm just zigzagging them up the page a little bit so that I have the 7 steps. Oh, that's pretty good, 7 steps to colour. And then I'm going to let that dry a little bit. Now, I am using the Memento Tuxedo Black. It dries so I can put mixed media and wet product to it. So I'm going to go through 7 colours here. I'm using all of these distress oxides. I think this one's called Broken Glass. Yes, it is, and that's what's going along the bottom there. I love the pale blue. I am just inking it up across the page, and then I'm going to move into Uncharted Mariner, which is another shade of bluey green, and I'm just going to work my way up. Now, I have all these new brushes that I'm using, so they're taking a while to soak up the ink, which is great for them, but I'm also now just going to use those when I'm using stencils and so forth. It gives a different effect to the brush. Now, you can see me here trying to label them with my white pen. I do have a special white pen that I use for this, but I don't know what I did with it. I had it 5 seconds ago, and I've put it down somewhere, so I need to go and find it, and I'll do that afterwards. I'm going to label each of the brushes so that they only go to that ink pad. It's really important so I don't cross contaminate. This time I am using my sponge, and you can see the difference by using the sponge. And that one there was Prize Ribbon. And this one here is Lumberjack. And then I had Candied Apple. So I'm going up the scale. Then I don't have this Scorched Marmalade, I think it is. No, something honey. And I've only got it in ink. I don't have it as Distress Oxide, which is something that I'll need to rectify. And then I'm going to squeeze Lemonade. So there's my colours up the rainbow, sort of, up the side of my page. Now, that's following Lisa's sketch. I am going to add some water to activate those oxides. And when you do that, it really brings out the colour. I'm going to let that sit for a second, and then I'm just going to mop it up, all the excess water. and I will put that to the side to dry because I really want that to be finished. And you can see it there. Look how beautiful that comes up when it is activated. I am using this photo that I took on the cruise. This was taken at the front of the ship, or maybe it might have been the back. I can't remember. I think it might have been the back. Every day of my cruise, I would make sure that I walked the full length of the ship around the outer deck at least 3 times a day, if not more. Making sure, you know, burn off all that excess calories that you put on with all that amazing food and mocktails. And so this was on one of my trips around, and it says tired is just a state of mind. Well, yes, when you get onto the cruise, you're very tired, but then after a day or two, you're just vibing with the cruise. It's very exciting, and I do love a good cruise. So I am using up some papers from the Wolf collection and take a break, and I'm just going to layer them on because they're the colors that I wanted to incorporate because of that photo. And they, as you can see, it just all goes together nicely. So these are printables from Lisa's shop, so you can go and get those as well. I love that stripe. It's very nautically, and it's picking up the blues in the background of my photo, and it also has all the colors in that mixed media stripe to the right. That is in my photos. The blacks, the yellows, the reds, the oranges, the blues. It all just blends so nicely, and that's why it really pops up off this page. I also fussy cut out a whole lot of pieces from different ranges of Lisa's. So they're the Wolf tags there. I have a clock from the January collection. I have the little banners there and the little label. They're all out of different ones that Lisa has. I have a whole bag full where I've been cutting up over time, and I just leave all the extras in the bag. So I pretty much fossick through the bag to use up some of the pieces that I had there. The camera there is from Take a Break, and you can just see how that all comes together as my little cluster down to the bottom. Now I'm going to put in this fishtail banner, which are all printables, and they are the colors of the layout, which is perfect, and that's what I really wanted to do. And just to add some more texture in, I'm going to add some string to the layout, and that will allow the banner to sit across the page and not look so silly. Off screen, I did use my bow awl, and my bow awl allowed me to tie 2 bows. I'm hopeless with bows. My fingers are so big, so it's sometimes very tricky to get bows tied. So that's why I love my bow awl. It allows me to do that. And I have used my bow awl in other layouts before, so you can go back through and see how I use it. But I will do another layout soon with bows, and I will bring the bow all back in again. So you just need to check out my layouts, my videos. There's lots of different tools being used throughout my layouts. So I'll draw your attention to them when I remember, because I just like to scrap, guys. I just get in the mojo of scrapping, and I forget to point out all the different things that I've done. Now, someone asked me about my smooching tool that I used the other week. I will do another video with the smooching tool, and in that one, I will create one so you can see how I do it again, because I actually can't remember the video where I created it in the first place. So I will just continue to build these tools for you, little cheats and tips and tricks to make scrapping so much easier. Which I found to make my life so much easier and hopefully make your life easier. So there you go. That's how that banner looks. Doesn't it look amazing? Fantastic. And I just love the brilliance of the colors in this. So that's my layout at the moment. I am going to now use that Wild Honey. There you go. Remember what it was. Wild Honey. And I'm going to ink around the edges because you know me, don't like the raw edge. So even though I have got the stamping happening there, I'm just adding a bit of color just to lift it. And that Wild Honey color is perfect for the photo, as you can see. Ties in beautifully. Don't know that you can tell there, but my shirt, I've got a Tweety bird on my shirt. So it just lies in nicely. So that's pretty much the layout using the sketch. It's a very simple sketch. Now, I've gone with mixed media for that right-hand panel behind. You could have torn paper. You could do lace. You could do strips and banners and tags. You're unlimited into how that could be interpreted over to the right. Because we had to include stamping for this challenge, onto your layout, it was easy just to do that stamping with the mixed media. I'm faux stitching around the edges of the yellow there. I'm going to draw a messy border with multiple lines around the photo here, and that's going to really make it pop. And you can see that I come back and do double lines through it and give it a messy, not necessarily straight all the way, with a bit of a curve. And that's just adding some detail, and it's really making that photo pop there off that page and tying the black in nicely. And you can see how easy it is by doing those little doodlings to your layouts that you go from a flat layout to something that really pops and captures the eye. Now, the last thing that I need to do, and you know I can't do a layout without it, I'm going to add in a date stamp very soon. And I'm also going to put some splatters. So I'm using some fossilized amber, which will give gold splatters. So if you're ever looking for a good gold splatter to add onto your layouts, fossilized amber in the spritz, perfect for gold, perfect. So that's it comes out as a good gold, a nice, not a burnished gold, a nice yellow gold, which is great. And then I'm adding in some vintage photo for the brown specks across it as well. And that's just, I'm only putting it into the 2 spots because that's very where I want it to be, because I still want a bit of the white showing. Oh my gosh, did you hear it? I said I still want a bit of the white showing. What a miracle. Okay, so there we go. And I'm adding in my Nuvo drops as I said I would. And that's how that all comes together nicely there. So I've got those in the 3 strategic places to set up that triangle. And it just looks really, really cool. Simple design turned into something special with the mixed media. And you too can do this. So, and I hope you do. And if you do, don't forget to go and share it over on my Facebook page, because I really love to see when people take what I do and make it their own, because that's half the fun of scrapbooking, is this community sharing ideas and learning from each other. That's what I love about it. So what do you think, guys? Do you think I hit the mark by having stamping on this layout? Do you think that I matched that sketch perfectly? I think it came out pretty close to the sketch. I do love the hybrid printables. They do extend your layouts. I got asked a question wondering whether it was cheaper or whether it was the same. Well, I think in the long run it's cheaper, because you can print it multiple times, particularly if you're looking for the embellishment parts, the icons and labels and the tags and things like that. Way cheaper than if you have to continually buy. Like I can print a sheet of the icons here, guys, for around 50 cents on my printer, and to buy a pack of ephemera might be around $6 or $7. So yeah, I think printables are the best way if you want to extend your stash. So there you go. That's how it turns out. Depending on the quality of your printer, of course, is going to determine the quality of your print stash. And you can see the quality of my printer there. It's pretty good. So what do you reckon? Thumbs up? If so, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. I really do want it. Scrap a Sketch, lots and lots of things. I'll have the links down below for you to go and check out. And remember, I did say here was a discount. If you use Spring 30 at checkout, you'll get 30% off for the month of May. Go and check it out. Thanks for watching. Here's the thumbs up, the hype. And if you're new, I hope you're going to subscribe, because I really will like you to come back and check out what I'm doing next. Here's my next video. See you there soon.